everyone, how are you? Welcome to Sarah's Kitchen. This is our YouTube live show, and you guys also watch me on Instagram live. I'm doing more of the YouTube live shows because then I just upload it and it makes everyone's lives easier. My videos are piling up on there slowly but surely. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and your bell will ring and alert you that I have a new post or a new video. So fall is here. Now, it may not be cold where you guys are. It's definitely not cold in LA where we're from. But I don't know, something about September, and it's all about pumpkins and spices and different seasonings. And so we are gonna dive into that, though I have to tell you, as you guys know, or if you're new to me, you will soon find out that I actually like cooking, hi honey, with my favorite spices and foods year long. So I noticed that my kids enjoy that too. I'm always cooking with pumpkin. I'm always cooking with cinnamon, nutmeg, spices. I am gonna put cardamom in my cupcakes. These are yummy, yummy cupcakes. And I'm making them in this little like bread tins that I found. This is my most favorite new purchase, okay? It gets a whole bunch done at the same time, like little mini cakes. Now, when I'm watching, my head looks like it's chopped up, but I think when it's done, it'll be great. All right, so ingredients is you're gonna need half a cup of butter, or 1 stick of butter, and we're gonna basically sand it or whip it with sugar. And I'm gonna start with half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna put white sugar in this recipe only because brown sugar is more molassesy. It'll give off more liquid. And I'm using really ripe bananas that I have. So I need to cut back on the liquid. Sometimes it comes out really mush. Maybe you're using brown sugar where you should be using white sugar. So half a cup of sugar. And I basically base this on, close the garage door, my love. Base this on the amount of bananas. So I'm gonna start with half a sugar, and I'm just gonna literally just mix this. Nicholas is playing in the kitchen. If you want to play in the kitchen and be distracting, you need to come say hello to everyone. Come on. We're on YouTube Live. Do you want to come say hi? And he's still in his uniform from school. Go change, my love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, so we're gonna, look, it's called sanding. And basically you're gonna whip it long enough for the sugar and the butter to get nice and sandy, soft, and you'll lose pieces onto the counter. This is a hit. Now, if I use some ingredients that you don't like and your kids won't eat, don't use it. We're gonna use, instead of flour, I have this beautiful blend of nut flour, almond, coconut, pecans, and walnut. It's 4 blend. I love it. They don't notice it. They love it. Use it. I encourage staying away from white flour as much as you can, and use nut flour if the recipe agrees, and my recipe agrees. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy with the sugar because over the top of the muffin / little buns, breads, whatever you wanna call them, I will sprinkle some brown sugar, and then I'm gonna slice a nice ripe banana and set it on top. my husband staring at me. That's why I was looking away. Anyways, nice banana slices on top. And this will just sit on top of the muffin. It'll come out. You'll see the banana and the brown sugar will caramelize. So good. All right, so to the banana and egg, sugar and egg, I'm gonna add my, actually I'm gonna add my eggs first. 2 eggs. Ooh, it says 3 eggs. Honey, can you give me another egg? And we're gonna add them one at a time. I'll get it. Here we go. So 3 eggs, and I'm gonna scrape down the bowl. I just saw it. Scrape down your bowl so it all gets incorporated. Now the flour, if you were using real flour meaning cake flour or all-purpose flour, you really do not need to blend that too much because it makes your cake tough. Cake / muffin. Next egg. Woo! These are from my own chickens and the shell is so tender. I know I said one at a time, but let's put this in here. So it is mid-September, schools have started, and my kids have all gotten sick. Everyone in the house has gotten sick. I'm the only one standing, and this morning, Bob, I had a little, I went, ah, it's coming my way. It's here to get me. Babe, can you give me a tissue? Or that towel, the dish towel right there. So there's the egg is in there. Have fun. Want to see my mom? Okay, go. 3 eggs, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of butter or 1 stick of butter. Make sure your sticks are half a cup sticks, not the really long ones. To this, I'm gonna add the bananas. You could do 2, you can do 3, you could do 4, depending on their size. They're so soft and mushed, I just throw it in there, and I'll tell you why. I love to all of a sudden bite down and have a big chunk of banana in my mouth. It's so yummy. And I've done it enough where now my kids know what to expect. No one's gonna be surprised. Look how mushy this is. That was 2. And since I did half a cup of butter, I'm gonna do 3 ripe bananas. I don't want it to be too sweet. My baking method has completely now influenced my kids so that I kind of hung in there long enough. You should too, I suggest that you do. Where if they eat something baked outside and it's too sweet, they can't finish it. Vanilla, you could put vanilla if you like. You could put almond liqueur if you like. I like vanilla. It's kind of basic. And then I'm gonna add my other flavors to it, which is my cinnamon. Now, as much as you like, I'm going to put a good tablespoon in there because we love cinnamon and pumpkin. Cinnamon and pumpkin are happy, happy. The other thing that I love putting in there is cardamom. I don't go crazy with the cardamom. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon. Oh, it's so florally, it's so fragrant. Do you know what else it's really good in? In tea. So 1 teaspoon of cardamom. You could put nutmeg. I don't like to mix all the spices together all the time because then they just kind of become bland. Take it easy and do 2 favorite spices at a time rather than getting all of them in there at the same time. Pumpkin, I have pumpkin can that I've used, and I have more in there. Here we go. Let me tell you guys how much. 1 cup of pumpkin is what I'm putting in there. All right, that's all that was left in here. So we went through it all this season. The flu, the throat, the stomach virus, we got it all. We got it all. And the minute school starts, it's like takes over our lives. All right, so the pumpkin's in there. Now notice all of my ingredients are in there. All I need to put in there are my nuts, which I'm gonna add nuts and nut flour. Don't forget 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Actually, I think I'm gonna add 2.5 teaspoons, considering how much lift I need. Here we go. It's gonna take 3 cups of your flour mix. Now, you don't have to do nut flour. You may do just plain all-purpose flour, 3 cups. You can do any blend you want. You want 3 cups in there. That's the point I'm trying to make. So you can do 1 cup almond, 1 cup oat, 1 cup regular flour. Whatever you want to do, you may do. It's 3 cups is your measuring tool. That's your goal, is 3 cups. I don't go crazy straightening it. This is so user friendly, happy-go-lucky. This is not a 3-star Michelin restaurant. If you cook with love, with yummy ingredients, it'll be perfection every time. As I tell you, I don't, and I tap it just because I wanted to not spill. 2, and this is my 3rd cup of my mixed nut blend. And if I straighten it, perfect. There we go. We're good. Ooh, pinch of salt. Try and have all your ingredients around you so you kind of do a glance. I've done that many times. I have baked many times and I've forgotten something because I don't bring it out. My recipe book is sitting right here on the counter. You see it? And I kind of glance at it. That's done. Super simple. I will look over my, yes, and now I need my chopped nuts. Now, this, my sliced, slithered almonds are favorite in this house. I'm not gonna put this inside the batter. Cook for your family. Cook according to their tastes and desires. Nicholas, if I put this inside, Nicholas won't eat it. The point is for me to feed them my homemade food, nutritious, something for them to eat. So I lather it on top with the bananas and the brown sugar. He might eat it, he might not. He might peel it off. But I won't torture him by putting it inside. Watch what I'm gonna do now. We're gonna scoop them out. Oh, this is so good. Smells divine. And it's gluten-free. Who knew? How simple was that? It's gluten-free, it's carb-free, right? And I don't like to waste any of this beautiful batter. All of it is perfection. Starts with my babies in the backyard right now. They're grazing the orchard. Now, it's so simple how I scoop it out. I'm gonna show you guys. And I'll kind of run it through the spatula around the bowl just so we don't have any butter stuck to the bottom, and we do, and it's okay, it does that. Now, the secret of editing, or secret, not secret, but magic of editing, when this comes out of the oven, this is real oven, this is real oven, this is real cooking, a real kitchen, we're not a studio. I will show you guys, I will post a picture of them when they come out of the oven. So they're the almond, there's almond galore here. We're gonna bring the brown sugar. Right, make room for everything. Here we go. This is my tray. Bye, honey. Okay, and now I'm gonna just spray it lightly. I got this beautiful spray, and I usually don't spray. I hear the oven. The oven is ready. This is baking with flour spray. Let me tell you, when I don't have time, this is the best thing. If I'm not doing a classic French cake or real major where the taste is important, this is what I'm gonna do. Everyone's busy. I'm gonna scoop it out. I'm gonna scoop it out with my quarter cup. Really simple. And I'm gonna pop it in. Okay. That's it. I'm not even gonna straighten it. I just want it to do its own thing. I take a quarter cup and I just pop it in. I'm gonna put it there so you guys see. Working backwards. That's it. Of course, I do the one furthest away from me and it doesn't come out the way it's supposed to come out. There we go. Scoop it out and pop it in. Yeah! Just like that. It'll melt and ooze all over that itself. You don't need to. If you want to, you can kind of mush it in. There's no need to. I like it rustic. I want it to come out looking the way it wants to look itself. Rather than me making it. There you go. How easy is that? Bada bing, bada boom. Real cooking, real life, real kitchen. Maybe next time have a spoon handy for me. I'm talking to myself. No one's here. Everyone's hiding. Giselle hasn't been feeling well. It's just been a whole thing. The boys, though, they're in high school, so there's no talking to them about missing school. They have to go to school, even if they're sick. And then it's so funny, they come home, you know, my oldest son, he's in honors geometry or something, and he's just like, Mommy, they come to school, they're so sick, and I have to hide. I go sit in the back. They're so cute because they don't want to get sick. They know they're going to school if they get sick. Times have changed, people. All right, there we go. I think we have enough batter for maybe one more, and that's okay. This is extra large tin, so I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Now let's recap the ingredients while I'm doing this. And there will be a link that's coming up. My website will be up within a couple of more days. Today is Wednesday. Definitely by Monday it'll be up and running. And so over there you'll have the list of everything step by step, and this will be where you watch the video if you want to watch. And on Instagram there will also be a picture of it too, so you have access to me. I'm just gonna go around and check out the ones that have maybe a little less and kind of portion it out evenly, just so when you pull it out of the oven, they're all cooked at the same ratio. So not one is overcooked and the other is undercooked. That happens because the sizes are different. And again, I eye it. Use a scooper if you want to be really, really precise. Scrape the top and then pop it in there. You gotta cook and bake according to your lifestyle. Otherwise, you won't get in the kitchen. If you limit yourself, put pressure on yourself, then you will not get in the kitchen. So here's what I'm gonna do now. Here's the topping. Ready? I'm gonna just add a brown sugar. All right, and I'm gonna go over it, tap it. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is the almonds. Right? A few almonds over. Tap it in because I'm not gonna coat them with butter. I'm not going to egg wash them. Tap them in so they don't fly off. Now this, I like to do this just so you know what you're eating. Right, we have the almond flour in there. Tap it in. This is the one with the sugar I did first. It'll work just fine. But I'm gonna do almonds first. It's gonna be so good, so tasty. The pumpkin, the cinnamon, the cardamom. Ooh, it's gonna smell so good. I promise you, by tomorrow morning, before they go to sleep, probably everyone's gonna have at least 2 of these. So now the brown sugar, just coat it on top, and it's okay if it drizzles all around. Remember, we went light with the sugar. And this really is just gonna add a good goldeny, gooey, crispy thing over the top. So many of my followers I have inspired, they're starting their own cooking on Instagram. It's so cute, I love it. It's so adorable. I love that I get you guys out of your shell. Here we go. And now the last step is the sliced bananas. Here we go. We'll put 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's just gonna bake in there and ooze. This one's thicker, I'll put 1 or 2, depending on your surface. Now, notice how when I'm shoving it in, pushing it firmly down, you're also getting the little pumpkins or bread pieces or muffins to kind of fatten up and go in their own thing. I think the first one here, this will get 2. One banana, there we go. I was right. That was too thick. Ah! Scooch you out. Come on out, Bubba. I know you want to stay there. So far, so good, and it's a last bite. This is gonna smell, taste, warm up the entire kitchen. The smell's gonna take over the entire house. The aroma of the pumpkins, perfect. Only one of them ended up with one slice, and that's the first slice that I ate. All right, everyone. Well, I'm gonna stick this in the oven. I'll be back to say bye to you. Voila. Look how beautiful that is. Now when I come back, you guys can see the done product. Get your oven to 350 degrees. We're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for about 40 to 50 minutes. You have to check it. You want it to slowly cook through so it doesn't get burnt. It's very delicate. Remember that you use nut flour, not regular flour. So you want to go slow and steady for it to cut through. And I will post a picture on YouTube so you guys see the finished product. Thank you for joining me. It's always a blast. I love cooking for my loved ones, and you guys are my loved ones also. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified, and your bell will ring. And I hope you like it, and if you like it, thumbs up. If you want to write me, feel free to do so. Give me your feedback and your comments, or if you have any questions. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me.